So I was sitting in the chair with my eyes closed, and I saw flashes of light coming from around where the window is, and behind me that was like lightning. And I felt like there was a very heavy storm outside with a lot of rain. I was wet, and I felt like I was sitting in the chair and that my parents had brought me inside, and I was in trouble for having been out in the rain. And they'd brought me inside and were putting heavy blankets around my shoulders and trying to cover me up to keep me warm and dry me off, and that they were putting their arm around me and things like that. And then I felt like they got up and left all the blankets on me, so I still had that weight on me. And they'd gotten up and went outside and was talking to like a doctor outside the room, and I could hear a lot of whispering, a lot of intermittent whispering and noises from outside, but I couldn't make out what any of the words were. And I was asking them if I was in trouble for being outside, and I was asking them like what they were saying, and I felt like I was a young girl, probably around 8, 9, 10, around that sort of age, and that, yeah, I felt like I was going to get sick from being outside.
So after listening to the white noise, I could hear a storm, like hear the lightning, then see the thunder that was behind me. At first I thought it was just people walking past the light, but yeah, it was just quick flashes, and torrents of water like running down a drain or a street, and I did feel weight on my shoulders, but I thought it was me going into a deeper state. But yeah, just could keep hearing that water running and the lightning and thunder, and somebody calling for Michael. Is Michael there? And I said, Michael is here. Could hear other noise, but I couldn't make out what it was.
Like I was shaking, like the chair was shaking, or the floor was shaking when the light was shining on me.
Oh. So just for context, for those listening, to pull Glenys out of the sensory deprivation, we would never touch her because that frankly will scare the crap out of her. So we used a torch to shine a light near her in the hopes that it would pull her out because her eyes were closed. So what did you see when you were, like how did it start? What happened?
I saw the kids playing Ring-a-Rosie.
What did they look like?
They were just little kids, all in white, like frocks.
Yeah.
Like the linen dresses that are in the cupboard. And they were playing Ring-a-Rosie with their hands all like going around Ring-a-Rosie. A tissue to all fall down.
Where were they?
In the garden.
Here?
Like, yeah, or I'm not sure whether it was here or it was in the garden.
Okay.
And there was a couple of kids hiding, but that wasn't hide and go seek. It wasn't like as if they were hiding to play. It was hiding from something.
What was the weather like? Do you remember?
Oh, it wasn't raining.
So it was a sunny day or overcast? Or?
Yeah, it was sunny.
Okay.
And it was like the military came through, or there was like a wagon wheel, like the wagon
Yep.
with the horses, and the old-fashioned wagon, like that goes on the back of the horse.
Okay.
And the kids were hiding, but it wasn't a game.
Hiding from the military?
I'm not sure, but that's what I thought. They were hiding from the men with guns, I suppose. I'm not sure, but that's how I felt.
Okay. Did anything else happen? It was just them playing.
My hand kept feeling like somebody was playing with it, like had cobwebs on it or something, or it was annoying me. It was like making me, and so I covered my hand up.
Yeah, right.
It was, I felt like a feather or something, like hair over it, like very slight.
And did anyone speak to you?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure, but I don't think so.
Okay. All right.
I just saw the kids holding their hands doing Ring a Rosie. They were hiding, but it wasn't a game. And the floor started like vibrating a bit, and it just felt like the chair was moving around, or there was people clomping around me, like moving around me as if it was.
And at that point in time, just for your reference, we were all standing quite far away from you, like against the wall. No, like we were all standing still. No one was walking, so it wasn't from us like moving in the room or anything. Yeah.
It was really bizarre, actually.
Yeah.
I felt like a different time zone.
Yeah, right.
A different time zone.
The other people have said that too, about being in a different time.
Yeah. Like the long white dresses that look nearly like old 90s.
Yeah, I know the ones, yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Like in that cupboard.
Yeah. Thank you.
No worries.
So the first thing that I kind of noticed, it was like, the feeling was like I was intruding, or not intruding, but like I was like sitting in on a situation that that was happening around me, and I was supposed to just like sit and observe. It was like I was not like a fly on the wall, kind of, to like maybe like conversations and stuff that were happening. And then it was just sort of a feeling of like everyone was like, there was no specific, I didn't see much, but it was just the feeling that I got was that it's kind of transitioned to everyone was like, okay, we need to like focus, because like the house, it then just felt like, okay, the space was like we're like taking cover from something, and then it started feeling a bit like war-y, like wartime. And so, but it was very much because I know, I'm not sure of his name, but he told me that I could like say things out loud if I wanted, stuff like that. But it was just like it felt like this was not the time to be speaking. It was just like just huddle down, wait. And then it was like after that, when I like recognized that that's what it felt like, then things started sounding like there was like screaming, there was like the planes and stuff. It very much felt like I just sat in on like there was an air raid going around, and I was just like suddenly in the room with everyone. So yeah, that was like the main gist, I think.
Perfect, thank you.
All right, so when I first sat down, long enough to be settled, I felt vibrations at the back of the seat, almost as if like, not vibrations for me, but the whole building, as if movement was close by, which was then followed by a slight sensation like someone touching my hair. And then after sitting there for a little bit, the word concord, I'm pretty sure, came to my mind strongly.
Could it be conquer? Like,
I don't know, conquer, I'm not sure, but
Okay.
it had that sound. The next thing was more visual. So the visions were first of the ocean, like a small bay. I could see sand to the left. There was cliff face that came off the beach. It was straight. It wasn't built up. It was pretty straight. And then after that, all I could see was visions of the ocean, and that was why I ended up taking them off, because that's all I ended up with was the ocean, and that was it. But there was no emotions with it or anything. It was just very straightforward. That was the only name, and then like I said, I just kept getting these visions. Maybe sales as well, but I did look at the book, so I'm not sure if that's influenced what I was seeing, but definitely the ocean, the small beach, and a cliff face.
thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, first of all, I could just see children, and like they were just playing, but then they started running, and then all I could hear was like the force of like rapids, like water running really fast, but they were running, and they were running along a flat, but then it was like a hill, like it was flat, but then it went down, and they were just running towards it, and then down there, that's where the water was running so fast. And I just felt like someone needed to stop them because they were going to fall over into this rapid and drown. And I felt like I just needed to get help for them, or someone was trying to get help for them. I don't know if it was me or someone else, but they were just like, they just kept running, and someone was calling out to stop, to come back, but they didn't. They just kept running. And then I felt like I was sort of suffocating. And I don't know if that was them. I don't know. Sorry.
When you said they ran up a hill and then there was rapids below, if you were to look directly down at the edge, can you tell me what that looks like? Like,
it was just like a drop, and that's all I could see was these poor kids running. And then if they had gone over, I don't know if they had gone over, but I had like a feeling that someone was trying to stop them from going because they were just going to drown, and I just needed, like, someone was trying to help them to come back, but they weren't listening.
okay.
So I don't know if they actually went over or they didn't, but the sensation, like, I feel like even now, like my chest, it was just pounding, and like I was suffocating. So it's like someone has actually drowned.
Okay.
Sorry.